Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trucking Tower podcast. I'm really excited to be joined today by Matt Silver. Matt is the Vice President of Partnerships at Trucker Tools. How are you doing today, Matt?
Really well. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on with me. You and I were talking a little bit before. You're in Phoenix, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
It's a beautiful place to be. And to start us off, can you tell us a little bit about Trucker Tools and what you offer to brokers and 3PLs?
Absolutely. So our core product offering is the real-time freight visibility and also digital freight matching. We've also got a new Broker Advantage portal. But some of the highlights of what we do with the visibility side, there's no upcharge to get updates. We've passed them along to a TMS, as often as every 5 minutes. When we collect the driver location either from our app or through ELD partners. And on the digital freight matching side, today we've got 1.2 million drivers that are using our app and looking for loads.
Excellent. That's a big user group.
Absolutely.
Very nice. You and I were also talking a little bit beforehand, back and forth through LinkedIn at first. And you got some really interesting backstories. First of all, you love to cook. And
yes, sir.
You smoke meats, and you also have like these really fancy pastas, right? I saw some things about you on your Instagram. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, I come from a big Italian family. So, we're loud, we're boisterous, we're always in the kitchen. So just growing up, I was in an environment where we were always cooking. I first found passion in food through traveling, fortunate enough to, go through Europe, spend some time in Italy. Really got into pasta making. And then, with COVID, we're all kind of stuck at home. I took, what I thought was just an enjoyment for barbecuing, kind of to the next level. And so I really dove into how do you make the perfect rack of ribs? What makes a brisket really stand out from the last one you made? Really into cooking tri-tips lately. And even getting, as obscure as I possibly can, I'm grinding meat now and learning to stuff sausage.
Wow, very interesting. I don't think a lot of people want to know what goes into sausage usually, right?
If it's done right, it's just meat.
That's good. That's good to know. Okay, and you're also a motor junkie, right? So you were telling me about you've just recently completed your 7th Jeep Wrangler, and it's the 20th vehicle that you've owned, I think you said. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so again, COVID, I got bored, and I'm a tinkerer. I can never not have a project to do. So we've had good luck, in my family buying vehicles. We work on them and then drive them until somebody makes an offer. And actually, that Jeep that was just mentioned, so it was a 2019 Wrangler. I tried out the new 4-cylinder turbo motor on it, which I can absolutely give my stamp of approval to for whatever it's worth. But we built it up, put a 3.5-inch lift on it, 37-inch mud tires, all the armor front and back, all the convenience features you need to make it off-road friendly. And then actually just last week through one of the forums I'm a member of, I got the offer, and it moved on to its new home up in Utah with its new owner. So I'm actually just put the deposit on vehicle number 21, and hopefully that gets delivered next week.
So you got an offer you couldn't refuse.
Those are the best to get.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay. So what are some of the trends that you've seen emerge over the past year or so?
Sure. Some of the obvious one is the workforce shift. A lot of employers are moving staff to home, or they're doing part-time, work from home, come into the office. With that, especially on the broker 3PL side, it leaves a lot of people scrambling to increase visibility compliance, whether it's to meet the customer metric that they need to hit, for their contract compliance, or just internally, right? You want to make sure that you're not stumbling, you're not losing sight of where the truck is when you've got staff that's outside of the office. Also, increase on, minimizing that person-to-person contact. So drivers are really turning to digital tools like ours. Right now, we're actually seeing about 50,000 new drivers a month come to our platform. And a lot of that just has to do not only with the availability of freight from our brokers, but the tool set as a whole, right? we're helping them find a lot of the things that they need. Broker to driver, the relationship building has become paramount in the last year. In my time on the broker side, we always stress the importance of building all of those relationships with your drivers. You want to know, what college their kids are going to and what their pet's name is and all of that good stuff. But it's really become even more important. And I think just kind of as a whole, as we've all kind of been sequestered to our own homes, maybe we've learned a little bit more important, or leaned on the importance of the relationships with each other. So we've got brokers looking to connect with drivers more on the personal level, ensure that they're okay. Do you need overnight parking? Can we help route you to a fuel center? All of those little tidbits that make the transaction a little bit personal are really kind of the new trends that we're really seeing get highlighted this year.
Okay. And can you give us a little bit more detail on Broker Advantage and how can it help brokers create a loyal carrier base?
Definitely. So with Broker Advantage, which is unique to our platform, so it's creating an opportunity for promoting the brokerage brand to a large carrier community that's already on our platform. Like I mentioned, 1.2 million drivers are out there and just waiting for loads. They're looking for them actively. With Broker Advantage, it allows the broker to differentiate themselves from their competitors. And that's very important, right? On the traditional, call it load board side of the business, it's just lanes and prices. There's nothing that distinguishes that broker from the next guy who's going to post the same load. So with our platform, through Broker Advantage, the brokers can offer special deals. They can highlight their pay terms if those are of interest to the carrier. And you can create programs for the carrier. So there's some fuel discounts available there. Some of the brokers are subsidizing overnight parking. There's all sorts of very interesting ways brokers can try to stand out and make their freight more attractive. And all of this works kind of cohesively to foster the relationship right between the driver and the broker.
Very interesting. I've been fortunate to work in trucking technology for about 20 years. And obviously you guys are doing something really well if you got 1.2 million drivers there. And I love hearing about technology. It kind of gets my juices going a little bit. So on the video, I'm going to show your contact info. So what are the best ways to get in touch with you?
Yeah, simplest form. You can always contact the company since everybody loves email these days, msilver, MSILVER @truckertools.com. I know I'm only one of two very popular Matt Silvers in the freight world. No relation to the other Silver family, but contact me via email, or you can always find me on LinkedIn as well.
Very good. Well, Matt, I really appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I love talking technology in the trucking world. It's a passion of mine, and it sounds like you guys are doing a great job, got a great platform, and I really appreciate you coming on with me today.
I appreciate being here. Thanks so much, Andy.
You bet. Thank you.